usually don't talk about ourselves very much. So our producers say we need to give you guys some context for being able to understand who we are. So we're going to read to each other from off of each other's LinkedIn bios. Priscilla, why don't you go first?
Please do not cut me off on this one, okay? Because I know how excited you're going to be. Before founding Wondros, Jesse directed comedies like Kicking and Screaming, starring Will Ferrell, and How High, starring Method Man and Redman. And they're, by the way, they're not related to each other. I think he did a lot more than that. We also produced a couple of really great documentaries. And I want to say he directed a lot of commercials, which included campaigns for, oh, what was that called? Jesse, the one with Beyonce. What was that? What was it? You know. So I don't know if you remember this, but in 2008, you directed the Yes We Can video, which went viral because you called me up and told me I couldn't leave the country. It won an Emmy Award. Then there's a cool thing, which Barack Obama did go on to become the 44th president of the United States and the first African-American president. And that was an incredible thing. You have now venturing into the NFT space, which is kind of interesting because you do not know how to print a PDF. So.
Okay, thank you, Priscilla. That was very insightful. Before Wondros, Priscilla was a theater actress at the Intersection in San Francisco and off-Broadway. She worked with physicist Frank Oppenheimer, the good Oppenheimer, at the San Francisco Exploratorium to dramatize science for kids and adults. Priscilla played the part of Gravity. She was a film executive with David Geffen and Robert Redford, where she developed movies like A River Runs Through It and Interview with a Vampire. She won an Emmy for producing the 2008 campaign, Yes We Can. This all culminated in her breakout success as a YouTube influencer. Insert makeup tutorial here. Very talented.
That's 2.
That's what I got.
Brilliant, exasperating.
Nice, okay, there you go.
Hold on, I have to get my third one. Relentless.
There you go.
Come on, you gotta go for 3. Very.
3?
Well, very doesn't count as a word. So talented.
Tenacious, talented, persistent.
I think there's some common characteristics.
Kind.
That's 4. But well, one thing I do have to say, because I've always said this when people say, how do you describe Jesse? I'll say, Jesse is a person who's not completed a sentence since I've met him.
Oh, my favorite yoga pose is the half moon.
My favorite yoga pose is half moon.
Oh, wow. You're copying me now.
No,
that's
my
weird.
favorite. Or my
you gotta
favorite.
Pick your own. That's mine.
Okay, my favorite yoga pose is headstand.
I was going to say that too, but nothing. I'm not an expert in anything.
I am an expert at absolutely nothing. Well, you like to collect. Remember you had all those, remember the safe in the bottom?
I do.
Wondros?
I did collect 19th century freak photography, but it sort of started on a lark. I did that for a while.
I would definitely not be a dog trainer. I don't think I'm going to be good
Where's
at that.
Billy?
He's right here. Hold on.
Let's take a look at Billy. Hey, Billy. Billy's got his cape on.
He's got his, tuxedo.
Nice.
Billy, but I don't think I could be a good dog trainer. Don't think, just answer. I think, I want, I need, I feel.
I think moonbeams and rainbows. I want lakes and streams. I need mountains and clouds. I feel good.
I think smart. I want good things. I need a lot of love. I feel shitty.
I think volcanoes. I want peace. I need peace, and I feel anxious.
I think confused. I want stuff. I need help. I feel sick.
I think bowling balls and baseballs. I want footballs. I need help. I feel exuberant.
I think blocked. I want food. I need exercise. I feel it's Friday. We can't all be as smart as some of our guests or Jesse. And so I do not always understand what's going on. So I think my role is to ask the question nobody wants to ask, like the stupid question or the not so smart question, because I actually really do want to know, and I'm trying to follow the conversation.
This should not be an advertisement for Wondros. You know what I mean?
One thing though, Jesse, we've been able to interview and talk with so many people over the last 15 years. And we think that there are just so many more stories and people out in the world that we want to share with you and let them tell their stories. So thank you so much to help us celebrate the 100th episode of the Wondros Podcast.
Thanks for being here, and please comment. I'd appreciate some feedback.
I want to make sure we're bringing people along because I think a conversation that falls in the forest and nobody hears it doesn't really help us. And we definitely want to hear from you, and send us if you have ideas of folks that you want.
Write to us. You know, and I want to get a flea circus on the podcast, but I'm having trouble finding one. If anybody knows of a real flea circus around anymore, let me know. Bloopers? I don't have any bloopers, do we?
Well, you know, I really need to be in shape in order to spar with you. Be able to physical strength is good for your mental acuity. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's great news.
What's great news?
The acuity thing.
What did you do all day?
No, just worked, lots of calls. I explored volcanoes and rode on a moonbeam. Weary with toil, I haste me to my bed. The dear repose for limbs with travel tired.
You're reading it. That's not acting.
Weary with toil, I haste me to my bed.
do 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 do.
I think we can leave it right there.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I think some are listening, but for those of you who are watching, hi. Thanks for coming into our story.
You're bouncing.
I'm bouncing.